Hello and welcome to another update video on Ethereum. So a lot of people are worried that we're now going to crash or something. And I mean, you can never rule that out, right? But we have not even broken below any previous critical swing lows. We haven't even moved into the standard support zone. So from an Elliott wave point of view, we always need to give the market the room, that the parameters dictate. And that is not based on personal opinions or anything. It is simply based on what we would normally expect in the market in a certain wave structure, as in this case, a wave 4 pullback should ideally hold above the 50% retracement level. I mean, we've been talking about that like for, I don't know, for 4 weeks now, right? That the price should ideally hold above this level, but we have to allow the market to come to that level. Doesn't mean it has to do that, but in any correction, this is kind of what we have to allow for. Now, normally then, the 38.2 retracement is what we normally consider an ideal target for a fourth wave. But as I explained to you before, to really, let's say, signal some strength, it would even be good if the market could hold above this green line. I mean, it is holding above this line at $4,060. Yeah, this would be ideal, but it's not a must. I mean, it seems at this point that the market might want to break briefly at least below it, might even target the trend line or the 38.2 retracement there at $3,665. Now, what else are we tracking here? I mean, it is a corrective pullback so far. It doesn't look impulsive. Okay, this move down might be, but that's based on the internal structure. But overall, the market still has a lot of room. I shared with you yesterday only that as long as the ETH BTC and ETH dominance charts are in a correction, also ETH USD is likely in a correction. And ETH USD was a bit more difficult to read, but the ETH dominance chart is playing out perfectly. I mean, really, really perfectly. As expected, we're now moving into this support area. Only a few days ago, I think last week or so, I shared with you we have a possible B wave top. Market might come down. What we can try to determine now is, and this is speculative, but we can try to determine an ideal target area for the C wave. And it is here between 11.88% and 12.7%. Again, that is ETH dominance being in an uptrend, higher highs. And now we need to put that higher low in place. Ideally, we hold above 11.35%, but there are some additional support levels here to watch. And then we've got the ETH BTC chart, which is playing out also as expected. Let's take a look at the ETH BTC chart. Also here, it's coming into this support area. Also here, we can determine the target area for the C wave based on the length of the A wave. When we go to the high of the B wave, and then in terms of targets, here, 0.036 to 0.033. This would be an ideal target range for wave C of 4. Let's see if we can turn around here. It doesn't look finished yet. Back to the Ethereum USD chart, and we'll take a look at the shorter time frame for ETH USD. Here you can see that we are still under pressure. The market broke below the previous swing lows here from early September. That puts us into, well, short-term downside pressure mode, And there's a resistance area I shared with you already in the last video. Well, that hasn't really changed. It's between $4,246 and $4,296. And we're currently below this zone. But we're also holding above support. So now we're getting squeezed between the critical support levels here that are highlighted. The green line, 4,060 to 4,100 area, and micro resistance. Now, for a move to the downside in this ABC structure, the C wave would likely get a few more movements to the downside, and we might even reach that 38.2 retracement. When there's, when necessarily, when appropriate, I can also copy that trend line here into this time frame, but we don't really need that at this point. I think we're still in a range. We've actually reached the lower boundary line of the range now. Any further downside would add further weight to this scenario. I mean, you can never rule out that in this here, in this very complex correction, it might just grind sideways and hope, because this is powerful, strong support. This is not so important from an Elliott wave point of view. From an Elliott wave point of view, this is our support area. But of course, you cannot ignore that this is a key area here around 4,060 to 4,100. Definitely worth watching. Key spot here. But don't be surprised if this wave 4 extends a little lower. ETH BTC and ETH dominance align there and suggest that. That's the update on Ethereum. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. And also, if you're interested in additional updates, make sure to check out our X channel. Yeah, we have several, but this is the main one, Morecryptoonline. You get additional updates here, additional charts, news, and much more. Feel free to follow us there. The link is in the description and in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.